Hi everyone. So I want to briefly go over the guidelines for the junior portfolio review. This semester you are scheduled to take the course with me, but Assistant Professor Sebastian Gerardo will also be actively engaged in reviewing your work and also there during the day that we review your work for your final submission. So it's really important that you have scheduled a meeting with me, and you need to do the meeting with me within the first 4 weeks. I will be tracking that. You must comment that you have completed that. I will probably not track closely your review with Sebastian, but I will be checking to make sure that he did review your work. So what is your review? You are going to be doing a 20-minute presentation. And I like to encourage you to think about the fact that this is like a presentation you might give for a job, since many of you will be at a point where you can start looking for internships, in the future. So, think of this as almost presenting your work at an interview. You'll have 20 minutes. Now you'll only have about 10 minutes to do your presentation. It's really important that you are on time and ready to go, making sure that your equipment works. We will have 5 minutes of questions, and then we'll have 5 minutes of scoring. So it's really important. Those 20 minutes go incredibly quickly. It's really important that you know that your camera works, that you know your presentation works, that you know that you can present via WebEx. And so when you meet with me, that is something that you're going to want to make sure you can do, that you can do a presentation via WebEx, that you can click the button and your technology works. So it's really important to make sure that in that first meeting with me that is functioning. Who needs this? You are at the junior level. You are taking 3761 Print 2, and you should be enrolled in this course if you are a major in graphic design. If you're not a major in graphic design, this is not a required course, but chances are you would not be in this course. If that were not the case, you are going to be showing 2 pieces from the following courses: Print 1, Print 2, Typography 1, and Interactive Design. It's really important to just, show 2 because this goes really quickly. You'll also be designing a resume, and you'll do that through this course. And you'll submit that resume with your presentation, but you'll submit it before as well for grading. You should have a PDF of 2 sets of sketches from past projects. And we do this because it is not uncommon for a future employer to want to see what your development looks like when you start working on a project, and how thoroughly you think through your projects. At this point, you should be thinking through them fairly completely at these beginning stages. A well-laid foundation will lead to success. You do need to have a presentation that is at least 5 minutes long. It is critical that you know that. If you are short, you will need to expect a lower grade in that area. So what do the faculty expect? We expect that you exhibit a level of appropriate skills for the level of graphic design that you're at, that your presentation is professional and according to the guidelines, that your pieces are labeled with the course, the date you completed it, the semester You don't need the actual date, and the instructor that you took the course with. You should also be prepared to discuss your work objectively and articulately. And you should be dressing in a way that is appropriate for a job interview. You should consider how you are presenting yourself on camera, so it's not a bad idea to find a place where there's not a lot of activity behind you. You should make sure that no one's going to be coming in and out. You might consider, a blank wall, a bookshelf, make it look professional. This is really important because as graphic design jobs seem to be increasing toward remote work, you need to think about what your background says about you. I'll give you a great example. I once did an interview with someone, and the interview was the background that this person had was in their bedroom with their bed visible. Probably not the best choice. So really think about this and think about making sure that that the background is professional, that you're dressed professionally, that you are ready to talk about each of your pieces in a clear, articulate manner. Make sure you're not running over your time, because we don't have any extra time to give you. We'll be moving on to the next person. And make sure that you are ready with make sure you're ready at least 1 hour before that meeting, so that you are not going to be late. You need to schedule your meeting for reviewing your work with me by the 4th week. So please make sure. And then there are instructions here on how to do that. It is often a large file, so you're going to need to send it through OneDrive, which is something you have access to or through the university. Sorry. One thing that I wanted to talk about is you do have access to this portfolio checklist, and these are things that you should consider. Are all the visuals my own? Now, does that mean that you can't have used photographs or illustrations that somebody else did? You absolutely can. As a student, you're allowed to use copyrighted images, but this should be your own design. Are they saved correctly? We'll be able to tell, quality based on, fuzziness and pixelization. So that's something you should consider. Are they saved correctly? Now, this says CMYK and RGB. Now, keep in mind your presentation will be RGB, but you'll learn how to capture, do screen captures, so that if you're doing a design that is in CMYK, you're going to be capturing it that way. But obviously, since this is on screen, it is RGB, red, green, blue, and CMYK, cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. Are the styles consistent within the design? Do you have proper resolution? And so these are all things that you want to ask yourself as you kind of work through pulling work together. When you meet me, I would like to see all of the work, not just the work that you want to show me. I want to see all the pieces that you did in print 1. I want to see all the pieces you did in typography 1. I want to see all the pieces you did in interactive design. And obviously, if you have completed a print 2 project, that would be great. And there's a possibility, depending on the time, when you might be posting or meeting with me, that you might have completed that. All right, so remember, if you have questions, reach out. If you have things that you need to understand more fully, and this video did not do that, please reach out. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing your work. Bye.